everybody, it's Patty Ann. Hang on a minute. Welcome to my basement crafting area. Today, the first thing I wanted to do was show you how I finished that gift that I was making for my friend. Remember or recall, hang on just a second, that I used this cardstock, which I really liked. Let me have you go down this way. Excuse my mess over here. But I really like this cardstock, and I used it to make one of these little stationery stations, and I think it turned out so cute. I just love it. So remember that this is the one, oh, and the sides are a little bit different. Okay, this is the one that when you go like this and open it, this flap comes down, and in here you have a place for notes for your cards. In here go the stamps. There's a pen that's attached. Then I've made some little labels, and I used the cardstock pack, the same pack of paper, to make the box and the cards. And then there's some little tags right here. And then in here I've made 6 cards and the envelopes to go with them. And I think they turned out really cute. Whoops, I dragged out one of the tags. And what I did was I just used the little cutout pieces that come with the cards, and I popped them up on dots after I mounted them again on some white, and I think they turned out super cute. That one says, enjoy the little things, and I've left them blank inside so my friend can put happy birthday or anything she wants. Thinking of you, get well soon, whatever. This one just says, hello friend. This one is just kind of blank, and I made them so they open in different ways, and I thought you could maybe write happy birthday, blah, 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 or something on these little white strips here. And I like all the bling that's in this one. Okay, this one, it just says, today is the day. I think this one's super cute. So I just added this for the backing, and then I put a strip of this greeny jazz with the sparkles, and then I put a wee little tiny strip of this, and then pop darted this up. Pop dart. Yeah, they pop tart. And this is the last one that says, let the world surprise you. Okay, so that's what I have been working on. Now today what I'm going to work on is I'm making a tutorial. It's been a request that's been made. There are these stars that you can make, and there's a lady that has some really gorgeous ones. Now I bought this little pattern for this one, and I have yet to finish putting it together. But I think it's super duper cute. And actually, I think I mentioned before, my daughter's going to use something like this in her house, and she's going to mount them up on the stakes like I do for my little images that I make, and then the piece of wood here, and put them maybe on her mantle at various heights, different colors, and I think they're going to be super cute. So she's been having a little bit of trouble, as have a few other people, figuring out how to put these together. So I'm going to do the video today. So join me. We'll first start out in Cricut Design Space because I want to enlarge the star patterns that I got. So join me at my computer. Okay, to follow along with this tutorial, I recommend that you go to Etsy. Now, I don't know this girl at all. I'm not affiliated with her, but I found these really cool stars on Etsy, SVG Paper Design. And I really like these things. Right now, I think she still has it, where you can buy 3 stars. Actually, if you buy 2 stars, you get 1 free. They are $3 each, so for $6, you get 3 different stars. I've already made the one with scrolls, which I showed you earlier. This time, I'm going to make this one that says it is the Lace Cutouts Paper Star Lantern. So you just add it to your cart, purchase it, download it, and then upload it into Cricut Design Space. Now, I just changed the back of my canvas, you'll notice here. It was white when I entered them in. I'm changing it to a tan color so you can see more easily. Okay, the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to click on this one that has the cutouts on it, and I'm going to change the height to 20 inches. Now that's just something that I figured with trial and error that works for this particular project. I'm going to hit enter. My lock is still locked, so the width is going to change proportionately. Hit enter. And there you see it's gotten lots larger. And I'm going to do the same thing to this paper right here. And this one right here is what they recommend that you use. I can't remember the name, but I use wax paper because I don't have that translucent stuff on hand. Anyway, I'm going to change this to 20 inches also. 20, hit enter on my keyboard, and there you go. They've both gotten larger. Okay, I'm going to hide this one momentarily. So I come over here for the lining piece of paper, click on the eyeball to hide it. You wouldn't have to do this, but I have my screen kind of condensed down for this video. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why we can't just leave everything grouped like this. Because if I go to make it, it says my image is too large. It won't even fit on a 12 by 24 mat. So I need to fix that. Well, I know if I put this over here at the 0 mark, from here to here is only like 9-10 inches, and then down to here, that should fit on my 12 by 12 mat. But here's the problem. These things are grouped together and they come in and they won't fit on one mat. So I need to ungroup them. But that's not all I have to do. I also have to click on this little white piece of paper that's behind it and see how it gets highlighted over here. I need to delete it. I can go up here and delete it, or I can use the X over here to delete it. Okay, so then what I'm left with are these pieces. This is exactly what I want. If I say make it, it's now going to work. Look, it just fits on that mat. Of course, I'm going to move these things over here right now so that I can save. Actually, let's see, move this one down here. So what it ends up with is I just have like a couple of inches over here. Maybe I have a really pretty cardstock, and I can use that for something else. So, oh, but I can't continue yet because I'm going to cancel this. Okay, I canceled that cutting because there are two things yet that we have to do. I have to cut more of these than just one each, and I need to do something with that lining paper. To begin with, to cut more of them, we need to cut piece A, which has 2 holes. You're going to cut one of that one, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Piece B has no holes, and you'll cut 3 of that one. And piece C has 1 hole, and you'll cut 1 of those. So let me show you what I mean. And oh, for the lining, you'll cut 5. So let me just move this out of the way a bit. I wonder if I can make this stay here. Yeah, you can just kind of see that. Okay, so if we look over here, piece A has 2 holes. Now it's kind of hard to see the holes, but there's one right here, and there's a little tiny one right here. So this is piece A, and it says we're supposed to cut 1 of them. So that guy right there is good. Now, this one here, I do not see any holes on that one. So that must be piece B that has no holes. So I have to cut 3 of that one. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to duplicate it 2 times. So I have a total of 3. This last one down here, if we look again at our rule, piece C has 1 hole, and here you can see the 1 hole, and we're supposed to cut 1 of it. So these are ready to go. Now the lining, however, is not. We need 5 of those. So let's go back over here to where we had our lining crossed off. There it is. And I'm going to open it back up. And I'm going to right click on it. Well, let me move it over. I'm going to right click on it and say move to the front. I hope that's what that says. No. Okay. No, I don't want to move that back. I want to move this one. Oh, well, here we go. Move these guys out of the way. Sometimes this is drive you nuts. Okay, so it's this one right here. Now remember what we did to these before. We had to get rid of that white piece. We need to do the same thing with these. So first we ungroup them. Then we click on the white sheet and delete it. And now remember we need 5 of these and all we have are 3. So I'm going to take one of them and duplicate it. That makes 4. And duplicate it and that makes 5. And now we're ready to make it. So here we are. We have one. So how many should we have all together? I believe it's 5, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the star pattern with the patterns in it, and we need a total of 5 of the lining. 1, which will be cut out of wax paper, not vellum. Finally remembered the word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're ready now to continue. Let's go back up here to number 1, and now I'm going to move these guys one last time over here. So I can just save a little bit of paper on that side over there, and I'll say continue. I'm going to select my device, get connected to it, and get prepared because this is going to take some time to do all this cutting. So hopefully you have another project that you can be working on at the same time. I'm going to start cutting mine, and I'll meet you back here when they're done.